Hello and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. I only want to take a look at the smaller time frame in this video, not the bigger picture. So we'll really just take a look at the micro patterns. If you're interested in the bigger picture, feel free to check out yesterday's video. Not yesterday's, actually this morning. I covered the larger time frame, yeah. The levels haven't changed, but obviously Bitcoin is now right at support. So I think it's a great time to make this update, help you understand the importance of the two support areas we're tracking here. First of all, we have a structure that's still in an uptrend. I'm not talking about the yellow count. Yellow count would only be relevant if we break below this main support area. So let's call it circle wave 4 for support, because that's support for white wave 4 there. Yeah. Only below 115K, I would have to change my view of this chart. Anything above 115K can be called a still unfolding upside impulse. What does that mean? So we might go up in a direct fashion, in an impulsive fashion, which comes with certain characteristics and everything. So for me, the main support at the moment that distinguishes the uptrend in an impulse and a different structure, potentially a diagonal, is the 115K level. So that is for me the main support, right? Obviously, there are some levels associated that are a little bit higher with the same wave count, 116,885 to 119,260, for example. This is the support area for circle wave 4, which means, to one of these levels, we might see a reaction if we get a wave 4 pullback. Now, important to understand is that there is, of course, the potential that circle wave 3 isn't even finished. But it's important to highlight that circle wave 3 has reached my targets. I mentioned in yesterday's video this area here around 121,170 to 124K is possibly where circle wave 3 might form a top. So, we might get another high in circle wave 3, but circle wave 4 could basically start at any point. But for those of you who are wave nerds like I am, I'm also tracking really this nano support area. Okay, which is support for an internal wave 4 pullback in a still unfolding wave 5 of 3. So this is really just on the nano level. This area hasn't changed since the last update. And 120,738 is here key support. Okay. Now, please note that this is only really weak support because we're here on the 15-minute time frame. The more relevant support area is this 115K. So it means I'm not going to get bearish when we go below 120,740. I would treat this only as a signal that probabilities increase that circle wave 4 has started. This is very important. The difference, some people say, oh, support broke. Well, the analysis didn't work. No. If this support level breaks, it's our signal that circle wave 4 has started. That's the message behind it. I'm not saying we get another high. I think based on the nanostructure, one more high seems likely, but only as long as we're holding above 120,738, which we're doing at the moment. Now, please note that this is not an invalidation level. So if we get a brief break below and the bulls show up, then they showed up in this area. Okay, it's just a level that we use for orientation. It would take a decisive break below support to really signal circle wave 4 has started. What does it mean? It would mean we break and we do this, consolidation, and then continuation. This would be a decisive break, or down, up, down again. Okay, these are kind of characteristics of a decisive and a sustained break. But for now, I have no evidence that support is breaking, so it's holding for now. The bulls turned up, but again, I need to see next bit of more upside momentum. I need to see a break above this last high at 122,100 as a signal we could get that one more high to potentially 124K. So basically what it means is this is kind of weak support. Yeah, I could even add it here like weak support. It's just a weak support area because this is really just relevant on the smallest time frame, smallest wave degree. Circle wave 3 has done what it needs to do. Even wave 5 and circle wave 3 has, but we might get one more upside extension in an impulse as long as this level holds. Below that level, this area becomes more important. And then we can start to track the correction into this area. But yeah, personally, I would prefer maybe one more high here. That would be ideal. Yeah, so that should give you all the information for now. I'll check in later once more. For any intraday updates, or if you have any questions, I invite you to check out our X profile as well. You can follow it. There are additional updates, additional tips. You can ask questions and much more discussed with the community. You can also join our membership, for additional updates, more updates than on X, but also like access to our live charts, access to an Elliott Wave course, risk management course, and much more is included in our gold membership. Check it out if you're interested. I wish you a great day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.